Okay. Hello. Welcome back in Planet Zoo. I think last time I played, I finished with the bush dog habitat. So we got the habitat finished. I need to add like education boards and trash cans, benches, and all that good stuff. But the habitat is finished for the most part. Probably some like other details I can go in and fix, but I think it's looking pretty good. I love like the grass that I use, looks really nice. That kind of transition from like open area into kind of more like forested. I mean, I say forested, it's only 2 trees. Isn't much of a forest, but I think it looks very nice though. I think like the tree placement is really good, like having these kind of like in the middle but slightly offset just kind of gives like a really good look. And I love this kind of centerpiece right here with this um I guess kind of like mound of dirt, like little hill with the burrows and rocks all. That looks really good. Very happy how that turned. Yeah, a couple things I want to do today that I know for sure. I want to build like some kind of admin building right here. Maybe even have like some food and drink places. Oh, hey, Shiny Nard. It's good to see you. It's been a little bit. I hope you're doing well. Also, congratulations on the first. I will give you 1 point. Have you gotten first before? Or is that your first time? I think that might be your first time. I don't see you on the leaderboard for first, so I think that is your first time getting first. But welcome. I hope you're doing good today. All right. Yeah, so I want to do like some kind of admin building right there to kind of like hide this section around that part. And then I also wanted to kind of set up my like work staff. The thing on the list of stuff to do was adjust the work zones for that. So get that set up. But yeah, it was your first time getting first. Congratulations. All right, let's take a look. Let's do the work zones. Well, actually, I think I'll build the building first because I think I'll probably put like some staff rooms like onto the, and then maybe like the people who work in this one as well can use like this staff. So take a look at this then. Um, the pathway's gonna be a little tricky. Let's see here. I have like an idea. I'm just trying to like formulate the idea and like picture it in my head so I know how to build it. I think what I'm gonna do is use like maybe breeze block floors to kind of fill this in a little bit. So kind of go like straight across with that. Maybe even raise it up a little bit so it's not rocks aren't. To do like that. And then I'll kind of like have this be like a fake like terrace. Maybe what is it called? Terrace? Is that what those are called? Um Terrace. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah. An outdoor flat raised area attached to or near a building, serving as an outdoor living space. Yeah. So this would be kind of like a terrace right here. I guess not very like high up. Most terraces are like on like higher up floors, but we'll have like a fake kind of walkway right there, and the building will be like connected onto that, like in this section. And then I might like run the pathway just like that, like kind of adjust those rocks, and then just go like right there maybe. That looks a little funky, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Get that staff pathway. What color should I use for staff pathway? I feel like in the past I've usually kind of changed it depending on like what area of the zoo I'm in. Like this could be kind of like red. We'll do like green over in this part. Or we can use like blue because there's lots of like kind of water stuff over here. I guess that doesn't really matter. I can just use. Try to like color coordinate it. But yeah, that should be like water. I don't know why that did like a railing right there. There you go. Oh, I do kind of like having railings on like staff pathways. Maybe we'll keep that. I don't know, it depends on how it looks with the rest of the building. But I'll do like that right there. It's a little crooked, but... And then another one... I'm not this way. Yeah, for some reason it wants to go... Oh, I hate it. Intersecting terrain. What does that mean? Oh, the joys of Planet Zoo pathing. That's like a little close. Okay. I don't know why this one's curved and that one. Not really sure what happened. Okay. I just try that for now. And I'll build the building and kind of adjust the pathway. I just want to kind of lay like the framework and figure out the style I want for them. Also kind of lower all this. Not so ugly looking. This one. Okay. Alright, so it'll be like kind of a more narrow building. Try to find like more South American architecture. Let's try to get some like ideas or inspiration, but I might go like more colorful in this building, like maybe do like yellow or like a very light pink. That'd be nice. I might also go in and change like the color of some of these buildings as well, because it's like it's very white over here. And I kind of am liking the look of having more colorful buildings, so I might go in and change like the little shop. I think it'd be fun to have like the shop as like a light pink or maybe another like fun color. Yeah, I think the building will be like rather narrow. I'm not really sure like how I want this to look though. It's hard to find like good architecture pictures. A lot of them are kind of like more close-up shots or like either way too far out or like way too close where I can't really see the whole building. Or it's like more like modern skyscrapers or like kind of like funky architecture pieces. But I just want like this kind of like, I don't really know what to call this style of architecture. Like, is it just that kind of like Christian Roman, not Roman, but that kind of like South American like Christian architecture? Like the mission architecture is what I was thinking. No, because it's like a little more, like a little more clay looking, like that kind of sand color. Hmm. Okay. Well, let me change the color of this first. Maybe I'll do the joy of trying to grab all these pieces again. I'm pretty sure they're all part of like separate groups. The whole building? I guess I'll make it easy. Grab everything. I find like a... I know I can't. Put all groups. I kind of split all groups in. Not split groups is only one piece. Oh, there we go. Find like a nice like pink color, almost like that. Maybe like a little darker. That's a little too much now. Like a nice kind of like pastel pink. Maybe like that. is like a good color. I mean, I feel like the gift shop should be like a nice, like fun color. And I'll do like a pastel pink and then, oh, I saw one building. Like pastel pink and then like a very kind of like pinkish orange. Pink orange color code. Like a salmon, I guess would be the color. Like a salmon. You know, that pinkish orange. See if I can grab the rest of this building. So it was all different parts. Cannot split. Let me try this one. F89880. Okay, I like that. It's like a little more on the orange side than I liked, but I think that'll work. I think that'll look good. Yeah, let's go with that. I can always go back and change it if it's... I think that should be every... Okay, I cannot change the color of all that for some reason. Not sure why. It's very frustrating when like parts of the building are on like separate groups and you're trying to grab everything at once. It's like not really working. What was that color code again? F89880. F89880. Yeah, I might go like a little... Oh, I like that. I go like a little brighter though. But I do like that color. I just think maybe a little softer. A little more pastel. I don't even know what pastel means. I've been saying that. I have no idea what pastel means. It sounds French, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why it's not saving my colors recently. E89880. Okay. Yeah, I think like a little lighter might be nicer. I think it's a bit too like orange and it kind of blends in with the roof a little bit. I think if I kind of made it a little bit more pastel. This one's a little more pinkish. Hold on, I gotta Google what does pastel mean? Oh, it's Spanish. Wait, is it Spanish? A crayon made of powdered pigments bound with gum or resin. Oh, that's not it. A softer, okay, so this is a softer, delicate shade of a color. This means like a soft and delicate. But where did the word come from? Oh, it is French. Yeah, French from Italian pastello, from late Latin pastellas, wode, from diminutive of pasta. Wait, what? Diminutive of pasta? I guess pastel came from pasta. The first known use of pastel was in 1612. There we go. There's your history lesson of today. See, well, it's I guess it like is a French, Italian, Latin word, which I guess every word's that. Okay, let me try this one. Okay, and of course I can't change the color for some. Is it grabbing the roof? Oh. I'm not really sure why I can. I guess we'll just do in section. Okay, this might be like a little more on the pink side. Yeah, it's a little too pink now. I guess like maybe like a peach color is also what I've been thinking of. Like a nice, just that's a little too yellow though. This is tricky. And colors are hard. That's a good brightness, but it's too orange. Pink, orange, pastel. This is saying, let's see here. FF8559. That is not pink orange. Pastel orange? Pink orange is a hex code. FF06. That's still too orange though. FFC0s. That's yellow. Wait, what? That's not right. Okay, maybe I could just drag, like, just pick one of these and just drag the color what I want. Maybe try to make this a little more like. Okay, I think we're onto something. It's not as pink. But maybe like that is like a bit better. And that kind of matches the colors that I'm looking at on this building. I just go with that. This is F, but it's a whole crazy thing. FEB8A4. Oh, excuse me. And then that building's a little more colorful now. And then I might also change like this little building right here. That'd be nice. Maybe I'll do, I don't really have like a whole lot of yellow yet. So I could do like a yellowish wall. Do they use yellow for any of these buildings? I guess there's like that color yellow is golden. I do like that mixture of like yellow and blue, to be honest. I do kind of like that. So maybe I'll make, for this building, like the building itself, I'll do the yellow, and then the little kind of like front overhang section, I can make that the blue. See how that looks. The problem is it will glitch a little. What's wrong with that? Oh, I guess because this is kind of... Maybe like the pillars blue then? If I can grab... Or I can just make the whole building yellows. This is a very, like, bright blue. Interesting. That's almost fluorescent. I forgot that these pillars make everything like a little brighter. Also, there's this thing like sucks. I can't push that in anymore. Okay, maybe let's make like the section. Looks a little weird. I mean, I could just raise up like this whole thing. It kind of covers that white side. I don't know why this is so low to begin with. I guess I wanted like a lower overhang. You make that the yellow. Okay, then all of this can be raised up. Yeah, because I also got more space on these pillars. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's take a look at these. It's a little too like chalky and just like fluorescent. I found like a better. I mean, honestly, that's like a good blue color. Like a nice, like fun little color. And then I think I might leave like the rest of these buildings as just kind of like white. So kind of throwing a couple buildings like here and there that have like colors on them. Kind of the larger structures will be, or just like. Now, what was I doing to begin with? I think I got distracted. Oh yeah, I was building like a section over here. That's right. So let's do. I think about how I want to do this. I think I want to have like a little like kind of balcony on this. Let's look at plaster. I think what I'm gonna do is have like a section right there and then 2 walls like that. It's gonna go out like that far. Now, you need to keep in mind that I want to put like a staff room and maybe a zookeeper hut in this area, so I gotta kind of figure out how I'm gonna space that out. It might be a little funky. What am I looking for? Staff room. Just because I want to keep the windows. Staff room. It's not working. I need to delete. Or actually, I could just. Oh yeah, why couldn't I do that? That big of an overhang. Railing. Yeah, because that's good. So why couldn't I put a staff room? Obstructed. Is it a pathway obstruction, probably? I feel like it's always pathways. Like, when in doubt, it's probably a pathway issue. Or it could be the terrain's just not flat, or the game just doesn't like me. Yeah, because that is in the ground for some reason. Which isn't good. Not what I want. I guess because this whole thing is, like, elevated up a little bit. So I might need to separate this. Maybe just, like, put this down first, and put the staff room, and then... like that. Yeah, because that should work, and then a keeper hut. Yeah, the problem is like we have windows kind of facing like inwards, which I don't love. I could do like little alleyways almost. Would be like a fun idea. Kind of have like little alleyways in the building so it breaks up a little bit. Like this would be little like walkways through here. Problem is like all of this is gonna be raised up. Or I guess I could just move. Well, I do need to raise it up a little. I guess I could just move these rocks downwards. Like I don't need to have these so high. I'd rather have like the construction pieces like flush with the terrain and the rocks just like push down a little. Yeah, that looks great. Maybe even like kind of level this out a little bit. That's looking good. Okay. I think we're heading the right direction. I think I'm doing all right. We start kind of laying all the plaster walls stuff. These are kind of like pushed into the ground for some reason. Yeah, why is it in the ground? There we go. Yeah, it needs to be like that. Okay, archways. Why can't I never find them? Like I always have trouble finding these archways. This would be kind of like a little, I guess like alleyway or like outdoor hallway. I don't really know what to call it. This is kind of like a little like walking path. Yeah, it's looking good. It's like a little uneven because this area is a little further in, but that's fine. It's okay if it... I think it should be fine. If it's not symmetrical. Is that gonna bug me though? I think it might bug me. I think let's... I think I might just move this. I think I want it to be symmetrical. Okay. I have to kind of like mess with the pathway a little bit so it like... We'll kind of like a fake door right there and just kind of hide all of this. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Or I guess I can have like this whole thing just be open because there's a window right there. And I just like, I don't want to hide windows, I guess is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to, I guess, like all the windows at least have like a nice view. Or like at least a view to begin with. And not just kind of like facing up against the wall. That should be good. And then I do need to put a roof for a like top floor. Is that gonna glitch through? I guess I could just follow that. That's good. And then the next. Oh yeah, this will have like the walkway like right there too. Like the little balcony. And then I'll probably just do like one more floor maybe. And then put a roof on it. We'll kind of see how tall this is. And I want to make me 3 roofs. Or 3 roofs. 3 floors. Yeah, I might go one more. I think it's a little too like low to the ground. Let's do one more. Or I could always do like half a level too. Let's see. Half a level or like a full level? I'm just gonna do half a level. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm thinking also for this build, I want to do the trim again, like the white trim around the whole entire thing, like I did with that building. I think they'll look really nice. Especially if I'm going to do like more fun colors. Okay, that's good. Roof next. Okay. Let's go for the roof. C-section. Oops, sorry. I don't know why sometimes it just... Oh, I guess I need to have like auto stacking on phones to fit like right here, but I feel like sometimes like it has kind of the like free placement and sometimes it like fits in the right spot. Because even with auto stacking, like it... Okay, there we go. It's kind of hard to like move my mouse in the right position for it to like actually go there. Like I kind of have to have my mouse like over this area for it to like fit in nicely. A little weird. That looks good. And then I want to have like some sort of support right there. Also, this is a lot. Is that out? Oh, there we go. Okay. I got it now. But yes, I want to do some sort of like support for this balcony. I don't love these concrete pillars. Like, I like them because it's kind of my only option, but I don't want to keep on using them if I don't have to, so I might just go with like these kind of plaster archways like I did with like that building right there. And maybe actually use these plaster archways with the kind of like stone bricks around like the arch itself. It's a little nice than doing like the plain flat one. And then I can always throw in like some railing along this whole thing. Because there's kind of like a ledge right there. Let's see. I have been liking just doing kind of stacking these like wall vents as a railing. Like if I put that right there, and like the wall vent top. I might go a little higher than that. Maybe do like 2 of those. 2 of these like wall vent pieces. Yeah, again, like I don't know why it doesn't just auto stack on the other piece. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. That is pretty tall. Maybe like a little. Like that should be. Okay, can I duplicate that? Or is it going to be very weird? The game doesn't like it when you try to duplicate objects with like intersecting pieces. It freaks out and it says you can't do it, which is very annoying because a lot of the things I need to duplicate have like intersecting pieces. So a little annoying. Alright, there's that. Looks nice. And that works. And then I guess this would be kind of like an open balcony right there. I could maybe put like some like roof over it, or should I just have this balcony like throw a railing on and just have it open? I'm not totally sure what I want to do with that. Trying to find some more like reference pictures stuff to go off of. But I can't really find like this style that I'm building right now. I guess like this does, the picture I'm looking at does kind of have like a roof overhang. So I could always like kind of start that there maybe. Does that look good? Maybe go like a little lower. Right there. See how that looks like all across this. I think that looks good. I think that works. I just need to find some way to support that roof. I don't know if I want to do more archways. There's already a lot of archways right there, so I might just try to find some pillar for it. But I think that could be good. That's nice. Kind of another unique shape for a building. Either that or I just make the building like 4 tiles wide or 3 tiles wide and just kind of incorporate this section into the building. Just have like the only roof is the one on top. No, because I kind of like it having 2 separate sections. We'll just go with that. I do, however, want to copy this. I'm going to use like the same railing for that top. Or I could do something different. Question is, what would I do instead? did I do over here? Oh yeah, it was this this classic balustrade, whatever this stuff is. I want to use more of that. And I think that'd be really good on the second floor. How do you spell that? How do I spell that? Isn't it like ball? Yeah. Will this snap to the grid? Non-grid prop. Okay. My favorite. The manually lined up. That corner isn't perfect, but about as good as it's gonna get. I only have so much patience in this game. I can't spend all day trying to like get something like, or I'll just get stuck in a rabbit hole like last time and make things look good. It's like you spend like 3 hours making like one little section because you're trying to have like everything line up and like work properly. Oh, Planet Zoo, why? Why? Oh boy. I guess it's because this piece is like, why would there be like a little gap right there? Aren't these not 4 meters? And is a wall piece not 4 meters? How did this not line up for some reason? I guess it got like a little off balance at some point. Yeah, because you like it's a little farther out on this side then. Well, that's not fun. I guess I could try to move it out just a little. Like, it can always connect like that, I suppose. Yeah, that works actually, because it doesn't need to like overlap right there. And then it should be good on this side. It's sticking out a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, you know what I'll do actually? See if I could do... If I push that in anymore, then it's not gonna be enough. The first problem of today. How do I fix this? I guess it needs to overlap just a little bit. Sorry I keep on yawning. I realized I was so tired. Like, mentally I feel awake, but I feel like I'm physically tired. It's like, not the same as like mentally tired, I suppose. Because like, I feel like I have more energy than I... Alright, it might look a little weird right there. I don't know if I can really fix that or get that to line up properly. Somehow this got a little out of whack. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know why, like, it's the same size as the construction piece. So why wouldn't it line? I don't know, but it looks good. Yeah, I like that though. I like that. And then the question is, what do I use for supports? I guess I did use like archway supports for that, but maybe I can do like more square rectangular supports instead with the plaster pieces. I mean, I could also just use like a trim as... I guess I just kind of be like what this is. Like if I do something like that is what I'm kind of... Looks a little funky. But I think that could work actually. And if I just make it all the same color so it looks good. I think that's nice. I'm gonna look at it for a minute. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Once I get some like nice color on it, start decorating the building, add some like windows, I think it'll be looking really. It'll be interesting, like if I can try to find a window that would fit, like this small section right there. Also, I had no idea you could right-click on stuff and delete it while you're in that group. I had no idea you could do that. How many hours do I have in this game? Almost 500. Yeah, 468. And I just realized while you're working in a group, you can delete with right-click. I've never tried that or done that before. Good to know. But yes, it'll be interesting to try to figure out a window that can fit like in this little section right here. What I'm gonna do about that, no idea. Let's see here. Let me fix this real quick. Right there, put a window. If I can find a window, there we go. It's a shop front. Where's the windows? Wait, no, that should work. Yeah. I forgot the shop fronts were the same as the window frame. Okay. Looking really good. I might scooch the whole entire building just this way. Just. Oh, of course it doesn't grab the railing piece. It's fine. Yeah, it's okay if it overhangs a little bit right there. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I think next... oh yeah, I need to fill in these sections. And then I think I'll take a look at the color of the building. And what I want to do about that. Oh. Okay. I was thinking of maybe breaking up the building in different sections. So like kind of from this piece down, it'll be one color. And then the top part will be a separate color. I think actually before I do the colors, I might do the trim now. Because I think it'd be nice to kind of see the color of the trim first. And then base the color off of that. And I might just like copy what I did over here where it's the like European decorative limestones for the sides and then these different like limestone trims like the actual wall itself. I don't remember this being very easy to do. What did I use for the side trim? Was it this stuff? There was like a certain piece I used. Yes, it was this one. Because it kind of has like a texture to it, which is nice. So it's not just so flat. Although I guess I didn't really use that texture set. I just made that. Alright, I guess no texture. I'll kind of place that and then flip it around. I actually use like that side of it? That doesn't seem right. Hold on. What did I use? No, this is something different. This is the decorative limestone slab 4 meters. Okay. Decorative limestone slab 4 meters. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Yeah, because this has like a more smooth. Whose side? And I'll just copy that up the whole entire. Like that. See, why does it do it where, like, I can't get the, like, movement pieces to, like, fit where I want them to? Like, it's not straight along the building, it's kind of, like, slanted outwards. I guess it probably has to do with, like, the orientation of the piece itself is, like, a little funky, so it causes that to be weird. Yeah, because I want to try to just like copy that and just move it over this side. It might also be like kind of copying multiple pieces at once. No, because just those pieces do. But then this one is like straight across. So it's like if I copy more than one piece at once, then it kind of makes the advance move like in a weird direction. But if it's just one at a time, then it works. I guess I'll do that and then just copy it back. See if I can get this in the right place. Might be as good as I can get it. That's good. That works. I don't know what to do about like the front section. I guess I could just copy this and just have it, oh no, because of course I can't copy just... I'm gonna have it like right here maybe? Like the main building kind of has the trim around it and this section's a little different. Because I can't really do a trim. I mean, I guess I could do like a white trim around like this part, but I don't know how good that would look. I have to change like these pillars, right? I think I'll just leave like. Looks a little weird in the archways because it kind of sticks out a little bit. Okay. That is good. All right. Next, I might do a trim around all of this, like one trim after like the first floor, and then another trim after the second floor. I'm gonna try to figure out how to make it tie in with do the first floor trim. Limestone trim. What I use over here was 0.52. 0.52, like this one. I guess that works. That's fine. Yeah, that's nice. I can almost have it just like copy around like this section as well. Which might be nice. Yeah, the question that I had though is like, what am I gonna do about like, unless I kind of made it like bad and then it still like went around with it, which I don't know if I like that. I mean, actually, do I like that? Like having the trim around the roof, like, and kind of hiding the end of the roof. Maybe if I lower the sound a little bit, so it's like that would be good. Maybe that would be. Yeah, let's do that. Go for it. A fun idea. Okay, and this one kind of has like the roof around that. Don't like another trim below the roof section? Similar to how I did it for like this part. Or is that like too much now? I think that might be too much and it's better if I just have like the roof like left as it. Well, that doesn't look terrible though. I think like once I had windows, it'll be nice. You know, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for like 3 separate sections. We'll just try that. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back and then I'll get back to this to start. I'll maybe color next. Next plan. But yeah, give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. I guess we can watch the bush dogs while I'm gone too. Because we haven't really seen much of them yet. You'll see how they're doing. Okay, be right back. they're in the burrow. Lovely. So nice. Okay. Nothing bad happened. I guess I have a couple facilities. I need some power. Shouldn't be too bad. I guess I can like put some power and maybe like a water pump. Like, I always like forget to put. Actually, I usually like to hide the water electrical pumps like in a wall. We kind of have it just like stick through with a panel exposed, just like that. But I feel like sometimes it's nice just to kind of have it like fully visible. I can't imagine you'd want to put a transformer right next to a water treatment pump, but you know what? I do it. What's the worst that could happen? Also, I don't think in my time playing this game, I've ever used this water temperature regulator. I don't think I've ever used it. I probably should. For the the better well-being of animals. I have never. I guess I've never needed to. Thought about it. Okay, we have the trim, it is done. Next, I'm taking a look at color. I was thinking of maybe doing like a different color for every level, but that might be a little too much. So, look at more building. I guess I could do like all these. You know, these pictures that I found actually have it like that, where there's a trim almost like supporting the roof. Like I found pictures of architecture and buildings that actually have that same thing, where there's like a section of trim right below the like overhang of the window. But maybe I'll do where like the first two floors are like one color, and then this one can be a different color, like the top, like the third floor. Think about like what I want though. Maybe I'll go more like yellow and blue. Like this yellow over here. Maybe kind of more pastel yellow. These walkways can just be like whatever. Oh, but the thing is, yeah, because I used like half walls and the trim doesn't line up. So I guess it all needs to be like one color then. Or I could do like the first floor one color and then these two a different color. Which I think might look a little bit better actually. Yeah, because I can't really have the colors line up when I have like the half wall right there. And the trim doesn't really line up with each like wall piece. I'm gonna grab all that and I'm trying to find like an example that has like a good color combo. But I might just do like the yellow and blue again, like make this bottom floor that kind of nice blue color. Then... Oh my god. Why did that sound alert sound so weird? Also, thank you, Adarda. I appreciate that for the 8 months. Thank you so much for it. This is very nice of you. I really appreciate it. It means I hope you're doing well. I don't know why did that sound alert sound weird to you guys? I don't know what happened with that. It was like it sounded very like haunted and kind of like laggy almost, like it kind of glitched out. I'm doing okay. I don't know if my Twitch is doing okay. Yeah, I was messing with the pitch. Yeah, it sounded very scratchy. Um, but when Shiny Nari redeemed the first today, that sounded good. So I guess it's just the I guess just like the sub redemptions that are all funky. Like a good blue color. Oh, that's lovely. Oh yeah, because these things are kind of glitching through. I hate that. What to do about that? Maybe I just make like all the arches blue. There's a cat behind me. There is not. Hopefully this will look alright. And then if I do the rest of the building yellow, how is that going to? That's not too bad. There's like some kind of weird little graphical glitches right here and there. I can always raise this up just as bad and fix that. I almost kind of like having like the mixture of like blue and yellow. I do love this kind of like more pastel look, right? Maybe I'll try to find like more of a pastel yellow. But I mean, the pictures I'm looking at, like online, do kind of have like this more like brighter, almost like golden yellow. There are some that are a little softer, but most of the pictures I see kind of have like a very bright and like noticeable yellow color, like like this. Maybe we'll just go for it. We'll just commit and stick to it. Raise this level of trims, covers up some spots that right there, for example. We try to make it more flush with like the railing, second floor. Because I want to color up that or cover up that. So be good now. Shouldn't be any like weird graphical glitches or like colors poking through. It'll be fine. I think I'll also change this, but I might do like maybe we'll take a white for the railing so it kind of sticks out more and it matches like that railing up there. I mean, do I want to just copy this railing, the classic railing down for this section as well? No, I think it'd be better if they're separate. Make them separate. It does kind of glitch right there, so I'll need to fix that, but the rest of it looks good. Yeah. I'm not sure, like, just this one part glitches through right there. That's a little weird. I think if I just kind of move it in just like a centimeter, yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, what's next? This pathway. I guess the pathway can stay a gray. I'll do like a white. If I can click on it. Oh my god, I'm pressing every single button trying to make this. Yeah, it looks like. It's final one. Oh my, wait, you found it on Amazon? Really? Oh, I didn't even realize they were like still for sale. I didn't realize it was like still a thing. Wait, how much is it? I know there's like a whole bunch of those like ugly doll things. If I just type in Plunko, will it actually? No, see, whenever I type in Plunko, like it always comes up with like Plinko. Like if I search like Plunko, like, you know, any search bar, like it just comes up with like wheel, spinning wheel fortune things, the game Kerplunk, Plinko machines. Like I never actually get to see like any cool stuff. It's always just like Plinko. I guess Plunko means nothing. Yeah, it always just like autocorrects to Plinko. There's a puzzle game called Plunko on Google Play. That's a Plunko. There is a game on Steam called Plunko, Champions of the Round Plans, which is not out yet, actually. What happens if I type in the CCO? It probably just comes to my Twitch channel, yeah. Like on my YouTube and Twitch stuff. Well, good. I'm glad I've taken over the Plunko search for me. I'm the only thing that comes up. Literally my entire like Google like search page is just like my Twitch, my YouTube, and then like all of the like recommended YouTube like stuff. And all my you guys can look at all my Twitch stats at steamcharts.com or streamscharts.com. Oh yeah, you take care of Darno. It's good seeing you. Oh yeah, this one. This isn't the Plunko though. This is somebody else. I don't know who this person is. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's called, but this isn't the Plunko. This is somebody different. This is an imposter. I don't know if he has a name. Wage? Oh, that's like a different language. It's in like Spanish. I can't find if he has a name or not. Because I know like on the toy that I had, like it came with like a tag saying like, hey, my name's Plunko. This Ugly Doll's Wage plush toy. I don't know. Yeah, there he is. That's him. Yeah, even like on the little tag it says Plunko on it. $15? Oh, there's some for $99. Good lord. I guess they're like kind of Beanie Baby collectibles. But yeah, that is the OG original Plunko. That little guy. You can even see like on his tag it has Plunko written. Okay. Bye, and Darna. You take care. It was good seeing you. Okay. I think I'm good on colors. So I guess all that's next is windows, maybe? Marking the windows in the pathways after that. I might not be able to fit like a window along this section. I might just need to throw some windows like in this kind of open part right here and then call that good. But let's see. I do want to use like these kind of bigger windows more, but they are just like so big though. They take up so much space. And I don't know if they really fit like down in this walkway. Maybe they would actually. Maybe. Backside first. I go like one right there. Not totally straight. There we go. Okay. That's good. We'll have like 3 windows, like 3 larger windows to the first floor on this back. And then, I mean, maybe I could just duplicate those and move them to like the front area. And have like the same spacing. It almost just looks like doors though, like with how big that window is, it just looks like a little doorway that's kind of caged. I like it. I'll stick with it though. Also, I need to change the color of those walls, I just realized. I must have missed that. And then the stuff inside too. Oh, that's the window glitching. Yeah, there might be some areas where the windows kind of glitch through the walls, but that'll be fine. I'm not too bugged about that. I think it'll be okay. Let's rotate. Yeah, that's good for there. And then for the next floor, let's look. I do want to do more of this style window where it kind of has like the planner box right there. Did I make this myself? Oh yeah, I did. That's right. Grab that and use these for this build. Oh, the question is though, will they fit actually? These are kind of tall, so it might not. Yeah, it's a little too big. Crap. Wouldn't fit right there either. I could make the window itself smaller, but that might be a little too work. I could also just do. It's like that style window. That. And I can always add like the planner box to like that shape. Although this is like a little too big too. I might just have to do like the kind of Indian style window. These ones. Although I don't know if it really like fits with the aesthetic I want to go for. Let's use this one actually. This will work. Yeah, because I can do this. And I can still have the planner box in the front of these. Oh, great. Let me... Well, hold on. Yeah, I think it was like this one that I recolored it. It's like a little too big, though, I feel. Did I really use this size over here? Oh, yeah, because I guess the windows are much bigger. Seems like way too big, though. I mean, that could still work. It's either I go with that or I go like the smaller one. It's almost like too small. I guess this kind of fits a little better. It just is like much smaller. I think I'm gonna go with that. It just kind of seems a little more fitting. And if I change to like the white color. I have this like center on these. Gonna work. Okay, I'll just put the windows first, and then kind of go through. I think I just want like a window every like wall piece. There's like a whole bunch of them. I don't know, this is a lot actually. Now that I kind of see them all. That is a lot of windows. Yeah, it's fine, I think. Oh no, can I not duplicate those like in the right line? Ah. Might be a little tedious to do. What if I just do one at a time? Have it just follow the wall? There we go. Yeah, I just gotta do one of it. Are these like fully connected? They're not. That one looks good, but these are not flush with it. There we go. A little better. It's not gonna be perfect. They kind of like are some areas where it's not lined up, but best I can do. And I guess I can just copy all these and up a level. Be good. Yeah, I like that. It is very like kind of lifeless in a way, with just how much like copy and paste it is. I might go back in and add like those banners, which are quite nice. Try to see if I can get those to like reach each window, but I think that's good for now. Also, like if I had a pathway out back here, I think it'll kind of give it some more life. It's just very kind of like I guess like plain is a word you can use to describe it, but it just feels very like lifeless and kind of, I don't know. Okay, can I do something crazy? Can I just copy these and move them to the other one? I can. I love it when things are easy in this game. Now I do have like these sections in here, and maybe in here is where I can use those Indian. They're kind of a little more low profile. Or try to find some kind of smaller window for this. Because I want to have something, I'm just not really sure like what would fit. I can do like a smaller like wooden window. Or bigger windows like that. Take a look and see a more picture. I guess it's just a lot of this kind of style where it has like that kind of basket in front of it. The white more like classic windows with the basket. Or like kind of very tall window. I could do like that shape, but and then for a couple of these sections, add like doorways. I kind of like that actually. I haven't used those windows yet, and I think it kind of fits this aesthetic a little bit. And then if I just go like maybe like right here, and then right there, add like a doorway. These Indian doors might be a little too big, yeah. That could work actually, like this. Maybe change the color a little bit so it's a little softer looking. Oh, no, I can't change the color. What did I do over? I think I used the Indian door for the gift shop. And like these sections. Yeah, I kind of used an Indian door but colored it that more like tan color. This is again the Indian door one. Oh, this one. Okay. I can either use this one or that seems kind of more like front door, like with how sturdy that looks. I kind of want to just go with like that. Seems a little more free. Like that pink. I don't know if it really fits this area though. I'm gonna grab that tank. Okay. I think that'll work. Okay. Cool. And then I can always go in and add some like plant pots and plants like along this balcony area to kind of give it life. That's nice. Like kind of a unique building, this area. I think that pretty much like finishes the outside of it though. Oh yeah, except for like little finer details, the plants and banners. Do those banners next. What is it called? Fiesta flags? Fiesta flag. Is there one that would fit across both? No, it's no. That kind of glitches through a little. This I kind of had it hanging from the outside. But that kind of looks a little weird. Unfortunate. To get this one. I guess I could have it from the bottom like that. That doesn't look too bad. Oops, that'll work. Yeah, that's fine. It reminds me of like those old kind of like medieval houses, or like where they have like laundry hanging from windows to dry. I kind of get like that look and feel whenever I add these. A little low for some. Raise up. I need to raise up the windows as well. Now for this side. I don't know if I want to do for every single window. It might be a little too much. So maybe just do it like every other window. Like this one. This one. This one. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Like hang like that though. That should be good. Yeah, so I'll do that. Can I copy these and move them along? No, because it's still like the axis is like out of whack. Kind of like free place them. And this one. And then I guess that's good. For banners? Okay, it's like a little bit more life. This one is not in the right place. And then I guess I could do one in the middle, actually. Oh, wow, I totally miscounted all of this. I did not get this right. I love how whenever I grab on object, for some reason it, like, highlights this piece. I'm not really sure why. Like, I'll click on something over here, and it highlights this barrier. This one little section. I guess it highlights the entire habitat, actually. Most of this is like null barrier. But there's glass right here, though, and just highlight it. Very weird. Huh. Yeah. I mean, it's not perfect. It kind of gives it some more life. It's a little plain on this backside, I feel like. But I think if I add a pathway back here and add some like flower pots, then I think it'll be nice. I'm gonna blow my nose. Give me one. This has been running away. Don't know why. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've been very sniffly today. Hopefully it's not a cold. It doesn't feel like cold sniffly. It feels like more allergies. All right, let me do the pathway next. That's gonna be probably the hardest thing. Get right. I don't think it's gonna be very. Rain a little right there. Not flatten that out. I should be able to, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm trying to think of how I want to do the railing. Because if I have the railing go all the way around, then it's gonna block the entrance to this. And I think I want to have like staff be able to walk through this section. The question is, I don't know if I can actually have pathway go through this part without causing problem. Yeah, it's gonna be a little too weird. So I have to go around like the backside. Which isn't a problem. Oh, I don't like it when it curves the pathway like that. Please don't do that. Don't curve the pathway, please. What is going on? You know, I might just do that and then just do like breeze block flooring all around. And it's kind of like hide the pathway. Maybe that'll look nicer than and maybe like a rope kind of fence around the whole entire thing. Maybe that'll look nicer than having like actual staff pathway. Just kind of like hide all of that. So I'll get rid of the curb and the railing. And then it should be easy just to put like pathway or construction pieces around all this. Why is that obstructed? Oh, is that because that's like raised up for some reason? I don't like it when I delete this pathway, like it deletes this whole entire thing. No, I'm just making it worse, aren't I? Oh, what am I doing? I can't put pathway right there. Okay, let's just go back a little bit. Thank God for the undo button. I might just have to live with the kind of curve right there. For some reason, it might think that it's elevated because it is kind of slightly off the ground, so it might be forcing me to have a curve right there. Yeah, because I can't remove the curb. I think it's the same thing with this side. I can't remove. That's okay. We can just have it like up to that point. It's like hide. Yeah, that's fine. Or I could just... even like pathway right there. You can never win with it. You can like just never get what you want with pathways in the game. It is just an ongoing, constant... I'm really surprised I haven't gone more insane than pathing in this game. Let me grab... copy this all around. Kind of like block off the staff area from the... I mean, no, not actually. It's more just for... I have staff pathway over here, so... Oh, that's facing the wrong direction. I had another thought. I think once I finish this building, I want to add some sort of like, kind of like net guard along this pathway, similar to what I did over for the Great Array habitat. Kind of add this like fall catch cage. So I'll put that like over the bridge along the side. That'd be nice for that build after I finish this building. I'm grabbing the wrong... It doesn't quite meet the end. Right? Can I move this out just a little bit? Yeah, not that much space. That's fine. It's okay, but it's not perfect. I'm not too picky today. I don't have the energy to be picky. You know what I'm actually do instead? I think instead of doing like this kind of rope thing, I might add just like walls, like plaster walls around this entire section. Just kind of like further hide it, like a like a half wall piece, and then put the plaster. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Like the half wall pieces and put like a plaster top on it. be like a little nicer and kind of help hide like this open space back here until I figure out what to do with this area around it. Just kind of like hide that open area from like the guest's view. It'd also be a little easier too than trying to get this like fence working. A little tricky to run everything I need. Okay. I'll leave like this section right there for like the kind of staff entrance, but we go plaster. And I'll make these like the white. Oh, there was 2 pieces. So I was like, why is there another piece right there whenever? Okay, just gotta move this into place. That should be good. Just poke out a little bit right there. Okay. That's fine. I still might try to find some way to cover up like these sections right here. And like this section right there. Maybe just like throw some plants, like some sort of bush right there to hide it. Because I don't love the look of that. It'd almost be kind of nice to like border the pathway in like maybe like wild hedgerow. Just kind of like throw this right here to kind of border the pathway. Because this looks a little more natural than like actual hedges, I feel like. But it still kind of like gives a look of like a wall kind of made out of. I'll just leave it right there kind of tentatively as like an idea, and once I kind of figure out what to do with these sections, I can always come back and change. Because I might add some like habitats here maybe, or like more pathways leading into this area. Definitely gonna do like some bathrooms and like some food vendors right here. Maybe throw down a couple picnic benches in this section. You know what I wish was in this game? I wish that instead of like the vending machines or the actual food stalls, there was like little food carts. There is like the food truck right here, but I wish there was like a little, like almost like an ice cream or like hot dog little stand. So if you didn't want to do like an entire structure around like an actual like food stall, you could just throw in like a little cart. I guess you could probably make that with like these things maybe. Like make some sort of like little stand. Yeah, I guess I think about it. I've never made my own custom like food vendor. I've just always used like these stalls and just kind of built around them. I've never built like my own like little food vendor. I just kind of like these because they always come like pre-equipped with like little decorations, and they're just so much easier to throw down and just like look good. That Gloop Fa Lane, lovely. But yeah, I've never made my own like custom stuff. Oh, hello, Drappa. Welcome, everybody. Hello. I hope you had a lovely stream and you're all doing well. I'm currently working on my like South American style zoo. It's coming together very nicely. Last time I played, I finished the bush dog habitat. So see that over here. We got some bush dogs wandering around. And then today I've been working on like a little staff building right here. Hello, how's it going? Yes, this has been the project of today, working on like a little staff building. So inside of here, there's like a staff room and your water pump and transformer, and then like a little zookeeper hut over on that side. So this has been the current project today, is kind of filling out around the bush dog habitat. It's looking really good though. I love how it looks. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave these like wild hedgerows right there, just to kind of like, I might change it, but I just want to keep it there for an idea for later, if I wanted to use this as kind of like a border or like a natural. Oh, welcome, hello. It's good to see you. Thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope you had a lovely stream. I've always used OBS. I had issues with Streamlabs when I first used them. When I first started streaming, like it just would not work for me. I switched to OBS and like, got a new saltwater crocodile friend. Oh, lovely. Those are a lot of fun to do habitats. I did a habitat for the Gharial. If you ever had these guys before, and they breed like crazy. And the problem is though, is they take forever to age. So I had like 24 little babies that took just forever to grow up. So definitely if you put a whole bunch of these, be careful because they do populate very quickly. Be careful. Yeah, they're very cool though if you want like something different than like crocodiles and alligators. They're like a very fun kind of head and little nose. Yes, the tortoises breed a lot too. I usually put them on contraceptives. And the problem is again where it's like the babies take so long to grow up, where it's like you'll never actually see them like become adults. Because they take like 60 years to like become adults. You gotta be careful with those too. Yeah. Those are a very good like starter animal though. Like all the tortoises, the Aldabra, Galapagos, the African spurred tortoise, like they're very good for starter animals in franchise mode because they're very cheap and you can make a lot of money from all of those kind of smaller habitats. Definitely recommend that if you're kind of strapped for cash in the beginning. You need like a smaller kind of basic animal to start off with. Like I like those and also like exhibits. I kind of always start with like 4 exhibits in franchise mode and then kind of go off of that before I even do habitats. Very helpful. It's kind of lowered down a little bit. The whole wall was a little low, isn't it? I just need to raise it up slightly. Yeah, a few exhibits in the tortoises, that's a good idea. Yeah, because I have a tendency to like spend way too much money in the beginning of the game on decorations and not focus on like habitats, and that kind of gets. Also, don't take loans in this game. When you first start, I made the mistake of like one game on franchise mode, I took out like the $50,000 loan. I swear it like bricked my game. Like I could not make money fast enough to pay off the loan and also like progress through the game. Yeah, I think in the end I think I actually paid like $200,000 in like interest for this loan. Because I could not make enough money to like pay the loan and also afford animals and take care of them, so I think like the $5,000 loan is fine, but Definitely be careful with these like more expensive loans early game for franchise mode. Oh yes, the sloths are amazing. I love those like bigger walkthrough exhibits. Those are great. I wish there was like more animals you could put in those. I think it's just like the bats and sloths, right? I think it's just those two that you can put in those like walkthrough exhibits. But yeah, I would love to see like more exhibit animals in this game. Hey, Whisper, it's good to see you. Welcome. From the DLC you have, that is all, yeah. Yeah, hopefully in Planet Zoo 2 they add like aquariums for exhibits and like birds would be great. I know a lot of people want birds and Planet Zoo. A lot of fun. Wall done. Yeah, birds would be awesome. Like little, because I feel like every zoo I've been to, they always have like bird cages or they have like those kind of indoor like aviaries we can walk through and see the birds. For the terrain modification you had to quit. Oh, it's coming along really well, Whisper. It's been amazing so far. I'm not sure the last time you saw the zoo, but we have the flamingos. I finished the like kind of indoor exhibit house. So if we go in here, we have all the indoor exhibits. Lots of walking space around here. And then up here is a restaurant. I have the hiccups. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, I think I'm good now. I don't know, I had the hiccups for a second. But yeah, here's the kind of outdoor eating area. My last stream of it, gotcha. And then there's the Great Area, kind of like the swampy area over here, the grassland, and then this is um the bush dogs, which is the last thing I did in last stream. Yeah, I love the restaurant out here. Very nice. Like the water fountain's very peaceful. It does look very high end. I agree. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like a little flower sticking through from this. Funny. Yeah, I wish I could add like little binoculars. Like you know those kind of like viewing binocular stations? Like you put like a quarter in it and you get to like look through. I wish I could put those like up here to bring guests like on this viewing area. And have them kind of like look out from this like elevated section. Because you have such a good view of like this top part. We should keep it like this. It was a lot of practice and time and effort, Whisper. It's been a lot of like trial and error. Yeah, I don't think there's any binoculars in this game, unfortunately. For like viewing sections. There's the viewing domes, but no no binoculars. But yeah, Whisper, it's been a lot of like practice and trial and error and just like playing this game on stream for months and months. Yeah, because of shy. Time well spent. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to kind of see like my progression has been the big part. Maybe after I finish this little section, we can kind of walk through like my first zoos and look at my progression. You can kind of like judge me for my earlier projects and see how much I've changed. Let me kind of add some like plants over here and then we take a little break from this zoo and kind of look through. Because yeah, I've kept all of my zoo since the very first one. I've kept all of that. I think last thing, we'll add some like little plant pots on like this kind of balcony area. It kind of gives it some like life and personality. This plant pot's not pop. Oh no, it's pot. Gonna place them first, then go through. Wait, I forgot about like the hanging plot, the hanging plots, the hanging plants. I forgot about those. There's some good ones in this game. And then yeah, I'll do this and we'll take a look at my other. Like a quick little tour. That'd be fun. There's that. What flowers was I guess it's kind of like whatever fits, I suppose. It's not perfect. They kind of glitch through and like don't line up properly, but there isn't much like good flowers in this game to kind of fit into flower pots, so you kind of just take what you can get. I feel like these ones are very nice though. A couple of those in. What about was it daffodils? Tulips? What was the new plant they just added? I always forget the name of it. Goldenrod's a little too like orchid might be nice. I haven't used those before. I love orchids actually. They're kind of my favorite flower. One of those in the smaller plant. Nettles? I heard you can actually like eat nettles. Like if you boil them, they become edible and you can like put them in sauces. Although I don't know if I've ever had like nettles in like a food dish. But it's kind of weird that you can actually like eat them. New plant. Yeah, what's daffodils? Oh, I guess it's not considered a flower. It's considered a just kind of funny. A little too. That's a little too big. Okay, that's. I guess like this is a little bigger. Bit like that. Also a little too big looking. Looking it fits. Just got more of these. Okay. That's fine. And then was there a hanging pot? I think it might be oh, construction piece. Yeah, these little hanging basket. These ones actually already have flowers in them. Perfect. How do I get that to line up? Oh, it's a little too big is the problem. And maybe I'll just leave them. I can put them like further in, like along. I don't know. We'll hold off on that for. I think I'm good in its current state. I might come back and add like benches and trash cans. I still also need to do that kind of like fence along this section as well. We'll take a little break and go look at my other zoos. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see if I remember which one's which. Yeah. Some of my naming conventions isn't the best, where it's like Plunko's first zoo, Plunko's second zoo, Plunko's new zoo, Tundra Zoo. We'll go to the first one first. So this is the very first zoo that I ever did in this game. And I had no idea what I was doing. I think I might have watched some videos first to get some ideas of like how to play properly, but this was the very first zoo I did. I did some cool stuff in here though. I think it was just kind of me like copying stuff from like YouTube tutorials and like learning how to like build properly. I forgot which is which. But yeah, I think at this point I was just using all of the like prefab buildings. I wasn't making any of my own structures yet, but I was trying some just kind of funky stuff. See, like I did like rock walls right here. Here's all the tortoise babies, so trust me, I know. I know these guys like take forever to grow up, so I'd learned that pain early on. Yeah, I think I saw like rock walls. So I wanted to try like that. Like a kind of circular section. I tried to make a circle. As you can see, it's not very perfect, but it's a kind of fun idea. Like a little habitat kind of surrounded by like pathway in a circular for me. Here's like a habitat in the ground. I don't know why I did like a wall first instead of doing the wall on the outside and kind of make it seem more natural. I guess this doesn't look too bad though. You can see like lots of like little issues here and there, like little glitches and kind of funky terrain, but lots of prefab stuff. These color peccaries are my favorite to like watch, like run around. Oh yeah, if you want to take ideas, like that's what I love is sharing ideas and kind of getting some inspiration. But these guys are very fun because you can like watch them kind of run and jump off the rocks and sprint around everywhere. There's a little food court area. This is like river otters. Yeah, oh no, giant otters. And I built this like little kind of underwater viewing area. I can't explain how long this took me to make this. Because it's like when I was first learning pathways, like trying to figure out how to do like staircases downwards. So you can definitely like look at this and compare it to like my most recent like underwater viewing areas and kind of compare like how good they are. Here's all my staff buildings. I just kind of threw them in like a certain area over there. There's like a little kind of indoor outdoor habitat for I think it's like sand cats in here, I believe. If I can find. Oh, there's one right there. Yeah, the little like, kind of like desert sand cat. I'd like the chain link fence actually with like kind of like the that guard on top is. I hate this habitat. It's like way too sunk into the ground, but I wanted to try more like habitats lowered into the ground. This is for like wild dogs, I think. Oh yeah, you have a good evening as well. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the raid as well. This is red cranes. You can just kind of like see like how simple like all these habitats are. Not a whole lot of plants, like very simple walls. Nothing really like lines up properly. Very kind of like mismanaged and all over the place. Not a lot of like organization. Very like simple basic habitats. I did copy this from a YouTube video though. I forget who it was actually. But I did like a kind of indoor, like outdoor habitat for yeah, I have some good examples maybe I can go find at some point and show you. I need some inspiration. But there was a point where I was kind of doing like all of my habitats were like kind of sunk into the ground. I got kind of obsessed with it and doing like a lot of rock walls around this. This is like 8 years over. Let's go show up another zero quick. You can just kind of see like how simple and plain it is. I didn't do like any custom buildings. I was too like intimidated by that. It was just like all prefabs. Second zoo. I think this one has like a really good monkey habitat that I made, which I tried to model off of like a zoo I've actually been to. I'd like copy their orangutan habitat. Yes, that's this zoo. Yeah, so still kind of like a lot of prefab building. Oh, for this little covered area, did I copy this or did I do this myself? I think I might have copied like one of the like a lot of times I just grab one of the kind of animal shelters, like this for example, and then just delete parts of it so it's like a little covered area for the guests. But I might have made this myself. I'm not really. It doesn't look like something I would have made so early. Oh no, it was these ones. That's right. The basic metal shelters. I just kind of like copied or I like put this down then deleted it so the staff can like walk through. But yeah, here's some more tortoises right here. I love this habitat. It's very nice, honestly. Using the kind of Oceania fence and then also like rock walls in the back, like a little indoor section right there. And then I have these kind of like walk through PVC curtain strips, which the animals can actually walk through these, which is very nice. You can kind of use these to like cover like indoor shelter. Yeah, it's very good. You can kind of like lower it and raise it however high and low you want. It's great. I believe this is a sun bear in here. Yeah, sun bears. A big habitat, lots of like climbing stuff. You can see like how much more plants I put in this zoo compared to the last one. Like how much more kind of like foliage I put in and detailing kind of habitats more. Like a little bear right there. That's cute. These are flamingos. This is a whole bunch of penguins. I think I had like over 100 penguins in this habitat at some point. These African penguins. It was pretty crazy. I think it got a little out of control. How many are in there? Yeah, this is the one I was talking about earlier. Yeah, there's 75 in here. I remember at one point, like I sold like 100 of them or something crazy to like make conservation credit. So like I released them to the wild, I think. But yeah, there was a lot of penguins in here at one point. It was just, it was crazy. It was too much, but here's like a little underwater viewing area, which is very nice. And then this is the habitat I wanted to talk about. This is kind of like a sunken in habitat for orangutans, where this area right here is sunken down to the ground with lots of like climbing stuff, a waterfall, lots of like trees, and then in here's like an indoor section with their sleeping areas and kind of some toys and bedding, kind of viewing areas. Yeah, I mean there still is a lot. There still is like 75 penguins over there, so it is still a lot of penguins. But yeah, this is kind of like when I first tried to do more like complex, like multi-level habitats. These kind of like elevated viewing sections right there. Kind of try to challenge myself more with like this habitat. Let's see, any other like fun zoos to show off? Could do. Let's see. I could do my new zoo, which is an old zoo. It had $3 million in this zoo. Oh my god! I didn't realize I played this one. Man, $3 million. I think I had some cool habitats. I think this is probably the biggest zoo I've ever made. Was this zoo? I think either this zoo or the Tundra Zoo are probably my biggest. Yeah, because this one has like a whole like African safari section over here. There's pandas. Oh, I miss the pandas. I love these guys. Little panda habitat right here. This is a fun one. Lots of like found bamboo kind of like sunken down to the ground. As kind of like smaller bushes. I have the Asian elephants, my favorite animal, or the Indian elephants, I guess they're called. My favorite animal. And then I did like this kind of restaurant which overhangs out onto the habitat, which is very cool. To kind of get like a eating experience where you can like eat and then look into the elephant habitat. I think this is also the zoo where I first tried to do like my own custom buildings like I try to challenge myself and do my own custom structures. So you'll see like this kind of like little fishing hut for the elephants over here. Yeah, this is a big one. Um this is a big zoo. But I had like little custom buildings, not very complex. They're very basic, but just trying different roof styles. Kind of stuff. But you can see like all these zoos, like every new zoo, I kind of just like challenge myself a little bit and try like some new building technique and not try to go too crazy where it's like this one I try to do like shapes and roofs. Next one I try to like decorate the outside of buildings and just kind of like every zoo I slowly progress and try new things. So I'm not trying to like pressure myself all at once with like crazy builds and projects. Just kind of like trying to take it slow and do new stuff every time. Feels like a fun thing where it's like for um the gray seals, I have like an underwater section right here and then like above ground. Look out into the over here's like a sunken in habitat like a little bit. Where it kind of like goes down just a tad bit. And I use like rock walls around the outside. This is kind of like where I was obsessed with like rock walls. Like most of these habitats have like rock walls, like that one for example, this one over here. Oh, this is a nice one, right? This is a good one. I like the burrows like kind of inside the rock walls, little cave systems kind of built in. Over here is a um Eurasian lynx. And I tried to do like a little kind of like winding pathway up the mountain, like up this kind of hillside. This right here took me like way too long to make and gave me so much pain and suffering. This is the first time I tried to do like a cage habitat. This is for skunks and I believe raccoons, and this was a nightmare to make. I remember like building it and then having to like delete it and make it bigger and like move it around and get all this water in here and like have everything lined up properly, and it was not fun. So definitely a challenge if you want to like, yeah. I've gotten better since then. I like cage habitats, but it was not a fun experience trying to make them. I did a smaller one over here for the pangolins. I had like pangolins for like a kind of outdoor and then indoor structure. Like the guests kind of view it from this indoor area, and they have like a little outdoor. But yeah, it is not easy making cages like that. So yeah, let's see, what is this? This is, I think, a tiger maybe. Yeah, no, jaguar. It's kind of like a South American ruins a little bit. I use these kind of like ruins shelters and put like a lot of like jungle trees and stuff around here, like a little jungle theme. Um, Here are little penguins and kind of like I guess like a Oceania style like fishing village, which is very nice. I have like a little Pokemon right there too, which little Easter egg, like your fire type, water type, grass type. But yeah, this is just little penguin section, and their shelter is like this big house in here, little burrow. What else we got? Here are what's this? Oh yeah, the maned wolves, and kind of again like doing like a winding pathway kind of down. It's like a lower section, like a pool of water right there. Here's like a little monkey section for the Colombian white-faced capuchin. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really try to creatively push myself. Like every zoo, just like try new ideas, try a new theme, a new building technique. Just kind of like push yourself as much as possible to kind of, try and build new things. There's like a little, I mean, you can definitely tell like how more detailed I made these habitats compared to my first zoo. I'm like trying to come up with like different themes, like having like a little monkey village right here. different structures, different kind of like shapes and sizes. I think there's a cassowary in here hiding. This is like Tasmanian devil. Somebody had the idea of doing like a volcano habitat right here, where it's like bats in one part, little bats flying around, and then like a little lava pool right there for Tasmanian devils. And then to do this bat habitat, all you need to do is have a like a little gate like that connected to a pathway, and then connected to the like bat habitat. So the staff can like walk through and do maintenance on the walkthrough habitat or walkthrough exhibit, but you can kind of like see like bats flying around in the section. A lot of fun. This is a beaver habitat with a dam right there. I started doing like waterfalls in this zoo as well. Like this little kind of like walk-through area. I did not do this cage. I copied this from the workshop, but this has Arctic foxes in here. Here's Monkey Island. It's like kind of a habitat surrounded by water. A little land bridge right there for the staff to get in. But this is a whole bunch of monkeys. I think it's like 3 different types. Either 3 or 2. It might be the Simang and the Gibbons, I believe. And it's very fun seeing them, like, probably my favorite actually, like animals to watch in this game. It's very fun to see them like climb the trees and the vines and like run across, because I'm pretty sure they can kind of like walk everywhere in this habitat. They can kind of just go everywhere. Yeah, you can see like all of these like vines and trees and pathways. They kind of just run everywhere. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I only play this game on stream. Like, I've never played this game on my own time. I think it's way more fun to play it on stream for like other people than like my own time. So I totally get that. Like, I don't have enough time to play all the games I want to. It's hard when you don't like practice and have that time to really kind of like spend 4 hours building one building. So it's a pretty big commitment, this game. Yeah, because it takes a lot of time to like build and make things in this this game. So I mean, it was like what, probably 2 hours for me to make one structure. Yeah, there's Monkey Island, the pandas, and then the kind of like giant. I wanted to like do like a giant safari kind of habitat. I've never done like the adventure tours before, so it's kind of like my test run for that. Let's see what else we got. What other fun zoos are worth looking at? I think maybe Desert Zoo, Australia Zoo, Park. Let's do. We have a couple to look at actually. Conservation Park. So for this zoo, I wanted to challenge myself to have every single endangered and critically endangered animal in one zoo, and kind of have like a conservation focused zoo. I did not finish it, unfortunately. It was a little too much big of a project to undertake, but I got like most of it done. This is kind of like a very like conservation focused zoo, and then the goal was to have every endangered and critically endangered animal in one place. Yeah, it was a lot of animals. It was quite the undertaking. But you can see here I did kind of a lot of the like 3D painted like conservation buildings, a lot of like kind of planted roofs, vines growing down, lots of like planter boxes. This is Tasmanian devils, I think, in this habitat. I love the jungle map. I just don't like how much it rains. It rains so much in the jungle biome, it's almost kind of unplayable with like how much rain it does. But I love like the kind of dirt textures and that kind of like bark look that you have. Where you kind of see like the sticks and leaves on the ground. It's very nice. But here's kind of like a sunken habitat. Right there. Komodo dragons over on this side. Hiding somewhere, maybe. Oh, there's one right there. Sleeping. Like another sunken habitat. This is some sort of leopard. Kind of go quickly through this. Here's like another cage. I think I copied this cage from somewhere. I think it was from the like other zoo maybe. But this is like half red panda one side and then half pangolin. Yeah, I feel like the terrain, like it was just kind of more detailed and I don't know. Like I love this kind of like bark color. It looks very nice. Kind of has more texture to it. A lot of the terrain in this game is like very just kind of repetitive and flat looking. Kind of hard to find like good dirt. Like this is like a good like just dark dirt color. It has like leaves in it. Kind of more variety. So a little weird sometimes. This is horses. I tried to make like a barn over here with like barn stalls, but it's all right. Not perfect. This oh yeah, here's the Gharials I was talking about earlier, where they have like a whole bunch of babies that don't grow up fast enough. Like 13 years old and still juveniles is crazy to me. But yeah, they took forever to grow up, and there's so many of them, so kind of overcrowded a little. Not like a weird shape where it's kind of like stuck in between like these different walkways. This is what do we got here? A bear, Himalayan brown bear, kind of like open flower fields down this way into kind of more mountain. Right there. This is Siberian tiger. What we got over here? A giant kind of viewing area. I think this is some sort of dog in here. Oh yeah, the doles. You guys are kind of a dog. I love these like these aqualaria trees are very nice. They have like these tall trunks, so it kind of has like a grassland feel, but then you have these kind of just giant growing around. It's like very kind of open on the floor, and then a lot more on the top. I like a good jungle tree with how tall it is. This is some sort of tiger in here. Forget which one though. I like this little bridge though. I like that like bridge right there. What is in here? Where's the door at? Oh yeah, Bengal tiger. Not sure where it's hiding, but it's somewhere in here. Yeah. Over here, I think it's like 3 different things. I think I have like Indian elephants, Asian water buffaloes right here, or wild water buffalo. And then over here in this kind of like jungle section is the proboscis monkeys with like the funny noses. Not sure if I can find any. Proboscis monkeys. They usually hang out like in this area. Sometimes they kind of go out under these like canopies. Yeah. It's also like tapirs as well. I didn't realize there was like 4 different animals in this habitat. The tapirs, water buffalo, Indian elephants, and the proboscis monkeys. All kind of like in this multi like biome area where it's kind of like grassland into like kind of river, floodplains, and like jungle over on this section. I tried to make it so it's like a transition from like jungle into like grassland. A nice transition. Yeah, it's like definitely mega habitat. Yeah, 4 different animals in one area. I think the last one is... Oh, yeah, I forgot about these little... there's a bard's tapirs, and then giant otters in this area. I believe there's a waterfall right there too, yeah. Over here is like a little exhibit house. And then I believe this is Okapi and the pygmy hippos, who are currently drowning. I guess they're just like floating on the bottom of the water, which is very silly. Yeah, we have little pygmy hippos. I think this is before Mudang. But it's very fun to see the pygmy hippos like running around. They're very silly. Did I name one Mudang? I don't think so. This is before. They don't swim, they just like walk across the bottom of the water. It's very silly. I don't know what they're doing. I feel like most hippos like kind of float like on the surface of the water. I'll just like walk across the bottom. Huh. But yeah, I never got to like the like African animals. That's kind of like the one thing I missed in this, all the African stuff, which would have gone like in this area. A little too much to do. Let's see, I'll show up 2 more zoos and then probably call it there for today. I'm getting pretty tired. It's been a long day, so I'll show up 2 more zoos and then tomorrow I'll get back into the grassland zoo and continue working on that. But let's see, next let's do I guess the Tundra Zoo. I haven't shown this off in a long time. So for this zoo, I wanted to have, I think, every single tundra animal in one zoo. Like that was the goal for this one. And I think I did accomplish that task. So I think I did finish that. It is very snowy. I will say one thing about doing like tundra zoos. The snow is very bright. Like you can even see on my face like how bright it is from the light on the screen. Like when it gets sunny, when it's not snowing, it is so ridiculously bright. It is almost like hard to play with how much light the sun reflects like onto your face. So it's a little hard to see right now because it is kind of snowy, but this is kind of like my like Arctic tundra zoo. Look, another caged habitat right here for red crowned cranes. A very cool kind of like caged habitat. Very fun. And then I'm trying to fast forward so the snow will go away. Perfect. Okay. And I get to like some nice weather. Perfect. Okay. Right here I think is like Wolverines. It's like a very nice kind of like stone, like rock wall habitat, stone fencing there. I use a lot of like the prefab buildings. There's like a little indoor viewing area for reindeer, I think. Like a little glacier waterfall. What else we got? I'm kind of going quickly, so if I'm going to stop, just let me know and I'll kind of look at something in more detail. It's kind of like rushing through. This is, I think, yeah, Doll Sheet. It's kind of like a little rocky habitat right here, which is very nice. I love like the different terrain in this habitat. It's kind of like low ground into kind of like more rocky, high ground. Lots of like stuff to kind of run around on. A little like kind of glacier waterfall. This one's very cool. I love... Oh, hey, Charlotte. Welcome. Well, thank you for saying hi. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. This one is a... yeah, the elevations are very nice. This is, I think, a... Oh, yeah, the Japanese macaques. They're like macaques or something like that. A very silly name. I think it is Japanese macaques. But I have them in here with their... like very kind of shallow, like almost like sauna pools they kind of sit in. Oh, I'm sorry you haven't slept. That's unfortunate. Yeah, sucks. Well, hopefully you can kind of get some good rest soon and take it easy. It was very hard to get like the shallow water. It was very tricky to get it, so it was like shallow enough for them to kind of like walk in and like sit in it. But yeah, I just usually kind of mist effects and shallow water for as they're kind of like pools to sit in. Because I feel like whenever you see these guys, they're always like sitting in those kind of like hot springs and just hanging out in those. I'm doing good. I'm kind of chewing through all of my like older zoos right now. Like take a look through them and kind of see the progress I've made, but it's been very good so far. This is a kind of fun like triangle glass habitat for bears. Another bear habitat down this way. Kind of more of that like multiple elevation. Little caves in the rock walls. Lots of rocks around here. Over here, lots of rocks. Yeah, been doing good. This is another, this is like a gray seal habitat. Or some sort of like, yeah, seal. Yes, I love like a good rock wall. Love a good rock wall. Yeah, it's like right here, it's like a very like good looking rock wall. For the, I think, Arctic wolves. With a waterfall right there. Lots of waterfalls. This is like a colony of penguins. I want to do like a shipwreck and a penguin thing. So I did use the giant kind of like Arctic nature scene prefab. And then did kind of like some glacial like ice chunks floating around. This is, I think, timber wolves over in this habitat. And then it kind of like connects with a moose habitat. I kind of like carried the river like throughout two different habitats and made it like look like it's kind of going under like rock formations. I tend to do that a lot where to make a river look like it's going on forever, like almost like an infinity river, I have it look like it's going underneath some rocks. So it kind of like hides the end of it and gives the illusion like the river continues on forever. Or it's like going like underground a little bit. Yeah, because I think it looks much better than just having it like abruptly end. Like if I had no rocks right here, it looks kind of weird like having it just like stop. But if you have the rocks, it looks like it's kind of going on forever. Or like going underground for a little bit. So, a good little tip. Oh, here's like another caged habitat for, I think like Arctic wolves and then um, red foxes. Or Arctic foxes maybe. And red foxes. Like an indoor viewing area with like some kind of like indoor sections where it's like outdoor kind of snowy, indoor, using kind of like the moss rocks and plants to kind of give like a kind of more like forested look. Out here is kind of like more. This is polar bears, a very big polar bear habitat. Lots of like rock walls, the little glaciers. I also did like a kind of like a little. I guess I heard like polar bears burrow in kind of snowbank, so I tried to do like a little snow habitat right there. Yeah, streaming every day this week. I'll be doing more Planet Zoo tomorrow. Yeah, I hope you can get some sleep, Charlotte, and take care. Yeah, kind of like a non-winter section where it's kind of like they also live in like kind of more like forested section. And then over here, I try to do like a kind of like a farm habitat, like a walk-through area for the Highland cattle. I use like the stone fences, the prefab stone fences, as kind of like an old like English countryside, like Irish kind of farm. Ignore that. There is a dead cow right there, so just ignore that. But um, yeah, kind of like a little farm area with the fences and barn right there. Yeah, this is the Tundra Zoo. Let's go to the last one. Let's do the newest zoo. Well, I think it's like the second to newest zoo that I made. whenever the like Zookeeper pack came out, I made this zoo kind of centered around that Zookeeper pack. Oh, there we go. I have also negative money in this zoo. Oh, that's not good. I don't know why I have negative 5,000 in this zoo. That's a little weird. But yeah, this has all of the new animals that came in the Zookeeper pack. And I tried to make this seem a little more modern. So like lots of kind of modern wood and like glass walls with kind of glass like plant sections. But little kind of like waterfalls right there. A nice like zoo entrance. Here's a little indoor habitat for the dik-dik. These little kind of like little tiny deer. I can find them. There we go. Yeah, these little guys. Cute little deer with their big eyes and eyelashes, the horns. Yeah, I love like kind of piling up these rocks like along the walls. These indoor habitats. Looks very nice. Little shelter right there. Like lots of big glass walls. Here's when I started doing like kind of bigger like admin buildings for all the staff stuff. I kind of tried to make like some sort of like admin fancy building. Here's all like the zookeeper huts and quarantines, staff room. Out back, there's like the kind of generators and water purifiers. Full bathroom design. This is a tortoise habitat. I think I used like the Oceania driftwood fences with these posts, like a little tortoise habitat. A little kind of like rocky waterfall right there. Over here, I think is the Hamadryas baboons. Like a very big, like rocky habitat for them. Little kind of like mud, like dried up river down here. I'm gonna kind of like play in the mud. Kind of more like rocky sections over here. And I try to do like a little elevated section right here. We can kind of like look into the rocky area. Like all the baboons will gather like up here around the like foraging box. It could be like an excavation site. You're exactly right. It could be like that. That's what the scaffolding kind of reminds me of. Like these kind of wooden sections where it's almost like rock kind of scaffolding around the rock wall. I do actually have like a kind of dig site. Did you see my Egyptian like dig site habitat that I did, like the Egyptian ruins? Yeah, it is very Indiana Jones. I agree. Maybe we'll show off real quick after this. Oh yeah. These did see. Over here is it's very rainy right now. So this is like a big habitat for the Markhor. Like a big kind of like rocky habitat. Lots of like rock walls, rock formations. Little river kind of going through. And then over here is, I think, Pallas cats in this habitat. So it kind of looks like it continues throughout this entire thing. The Pallas cat habitat. And then last but not least, some kind of like buildings over here, little food courts. Oh no, I have two more habitats. I have one, oh yeah, this one. I think this is for the spectacle bear thing. Isn't this? How do I even get in here? Where's, oh, right there. Oh no, yeah, spectacle bear, exactly. I'm not sure where he's at, but yeah, this one's really cool where it has like the elevated viewing section like up here, like a little pathway to get up to it. And then also this kind of like lower area down here up to the kind of elevated section part. But I tried to do like 2 different like hills, the bridge going across, and like a river running through. Looks very nice. Little climbing structure on this little hill. Some caves. Oh, there he is. There's the bear chilling. Oh, he looks so fluffy. Love him. And then this over here. Oh my god, I had more. I forgot how much I did. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Whisper. That's very nice of you to say. I really appreciate it. This is, I think, like African leopard, maybe? Yeah, African leopard. This is kind of like a plane. No, I don't upload to the workshop, no. I really need to. I think I'll upload the South American Zoo when I finish that. I'll upload that to the workshop, but no, I haven't really been doing that. I know I need to. So here's African leopard, and then now the last one is a... Oh yeah, the Zabumafu one. The little cockerel sheephawk, which is the actual name of them. They're actually called cockerel sheephawk. But I have like a little kind of like walkthrough area where you can like see them above you and like look at their butts. Which is kind of silly, but a couple cages like right here, and then over on this side with like trees growing in it. Lots of them like kind of gathering around the forest floor. And then kind of like climb and go across like the little bridge onto their... Even just the smallest things. I know, I really need to. I just need to not be lazy and just like put forth the effort and get it done. I just been lazy and not really had the motivation or like drive to do it, but I definitely want to get the American Zoo, like Latin American Zoo, into the workshop at some point. We'll go back to that real quick and then. Yeah, I definitely think like the new zoo is my best work so far. I definitely think it's the best work I've done. Yeah, it could be good. Like it's good for the people. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think this is just like amazing so far. Definitely my best work, by a pretty big margin, I feel like. And it's crazy to look at this compared to like my first zoo. Like how much more detail and buildings and like how better laid out it is. It's very put together. Yeah, I do agree. But yeah, I'm very tired, and hungry. I need to get some sleep. But I appreciate you all sticking around for so long. You feel like this is South America? Perfect. That's what I'm going for, so I'm glad it's look like that. Yeah, I'm going to end it there for today and go get some sleep and some food. But I'll be back tomorrow for more Planet Zoo. And I think I'll kind of tidy up this area, add some trash cans and benches, and then I guess like work on the next habitat maybe. Or like figure out what I want to put in this section. Yeah, you're so very welcome. I'm glad you got some good ideas out of it. And like any little tips and tricks and like if you like want me to tell you how I made something or how I built something, like don't hesitate to ask. I'm like always open to taking the time to like walk through things. Show you how I built certain things. Yeah, because it's always fun to like share ideas and be helpful. So always open to that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today. And hope you all have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye everybody. Bye bye.